Got a visitor in the house today. Sarah come to visit with Mao and play with her toys. But I got to get back to work. This is going to be the lacing plate in the middle of the front of Tonkenstein's corset top there. This octopus thingy, I'm going to see how well it works for recording me on the serger. So I'll set that up and see how it works. Okay, I think this might do. Oh, no, it's not holding on tight. We'll get this rubber octopus to work. Down angle enough. Come on, there. I'll see if it holds on with the machine shaking. Okay, I think that should do it. Right. So we lift the foot, put the plate in, and that's not going to work. Okay, well, I got that surged. Take the top off her, put that plate in there, get some eyelets set in it, and then put everything back the way it is. See how it looks. Now this is set up as I can get it. And then I have to figure out something to do to get that, get a visual on that serger. But at least you can watch me do this. Turn it out completely. Push that seam right to the edge. I'll have to decide what size of eyelets to use on this lacing plate. I think the biggest ones I got will be too big. And the ones I usually use will also be too big. So I'm going to have to find something smaller. I know I've got tons of smaller ones, it's just do I have the dies for the press to put them in? Of course, that means uncovering that monster, getting it set up. There we go. I actually managed to go through without breaking the thread. That's a first in a while. Okay, so that's going to go like that. Underneath, it's going to be laced back and forth across. I'll get the other piece attached, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Switch stands here with you. Set up to where we can see something. There we are. Getting used to these different stands is something all itself. So there we have the piece laid out. You can see these will close together and be laced up the center. So you can figure out what size of eyelets to use for that. Not sure. Well, let's dig out the eyelets and figure it out. So, many moons ago when dinosaurs walked the earth, I used to live next to a fellow that did acrylic flooring. And he would commonly, throw away these empty buckets a couple a week at least. So, I'd grab them, clean them out, and use them. I still got 15 of the things this long later, and they're just used for notions, materials, and stuff. This one in particular is eyelets. We got rivet on D-rings, which are good for the whole goth boot idea, but I'm not sure they'd work on this top. If I have the right size dies, which I may, on the eyelet dies. Used to have a whole lot more than I got, but I've gotten no more. That's the one. Is that the rate for these ones? Roughly. Yep. So I found a size of eyelet that works. These plain chrome ones. They're small, and I got a lot of them. As I said once before, I have not spent a lot of money on this project. I think the total right now is sitting around $12, which I paid for the paint and the paintbrushes. So outside of that, this has all been stock material. So, back to the task at hand. I'm going to find the right size of punch and punch a bunch of holes in this. What's underneath there? Oh, knife. Punch a bunch of holes in this. And then I'll set up the press, and I'll press the eyelids in it. And I'll show you what it looks like afterward when I'm lacing it. Well, before I do that, I should see if I have anything to lace it with. What kind of laces do I have in this drawer here? Oh, look at that. Old boot laces. Old boot laces. Paracord. That might be long enough. It's actually the end of a roll. Okay. Might be long enough if it'll fit through these eyelets. Let's test that theory. One. No. She don't work. Okay. So I need a thinner string than this. I'll see what I got, and I'll do the best I can with it. It having been so long since I've used this thing, fortunately, multiples of the nuts and bolts on it are rather loose. Like, that's not supposed to be able to move that much. I'd say this is the peak of Chinese engineering, but this fucker was made in India. And it's more of me neglecting it than it is the operation of the machine. Everything requires upkeep, so I'll tighten that up. Let's get out the fuck off wrenches and fix it. And I'll punch eyelets in. Then I'll show you what it looks like. Too bad. It's actually starting to look like something now. And for like a 5-minute job of just hacking at the thing, they actually lined up pretty good too. Okay. We'll get that on her, so she ain't topless no more. We'll lace it up and see what we got. I'll set you somewhere you can see a little bit. Yeah, that'll do it. No, I'll put you closer. Put you up here. Get a good view of it. And we'll tighten up her laces. Let's see what she looks like in total. Well, one of these laces got to be readjusted a little bit, but let's see. That ain't too bad. Getting a little bit closer, other than the hair. Here, let me get the pincushion out of the way. Getting a little bit closer to the image on the computer. I think it's working out pretty well. Still got to find a couple of wigs. That's probably going to more than double the cost of this project. Depending if I can get a couple of wigs at a Value Village or some such for, $10 a piece or whatever. Yeah, that won't be bad. I know I have to do stockings because those socks just don't cut it. So I'm going to have to do black stockings. That's fine. I think I got the material for those. I'm pretty sure I got material enough to do the long gloves. Of course, they're just going to be bags, really, because her fingers don't come apart. But I'll do the bicep length gloves. I will do the stockings. And that only leaves the hair and tiny hat. Tiny hat's going to be an interesting project because I've only got one top hat pattern and it's a Mad Hatter top hat pattern, so the thing's fucking huge. Anyway, there she is. Talk to you next time.